let's come to the structural analysis of the text. At the beginning of the passage, the author first introduces the definition of genetically modified foods. It is followed by a short review of quick development of GM food. The first part ends with the fact that GM food have become quite common in American food. The author continues to explore at length the benefit and risk of genetically modified foods in the main body of the passage. Specifically, the author elaborates on the good things that genetically modified foods can confer on us from 7 aspects. After that, the passage expounds on the possible risks and the main worries about GM food. At the end of the passage, the author reminds us that we still lack enough evidence to draw a definite answer to the problem whether genetically modified food will bring us long-term benefits or adverse effects. Finally, the author calls on scientists and health authorities and industry producers to ensure the safety of the food supplies. This exposition falls into 4 parts. Let's see the first part: definition and development of GM food. The second part focuses on the benefit of GM food. The primary task for the third part is risk against GM food. Last, the conclusion: which way do we go? In the introductory part, we have different names of GM food, definition of GM food, and its developments. In the second part, we can see the author develops his exposition in a straightforward way so as to make our vision concisely clear. He applies short and brief sentences to serve as the topic sentence of each paragraph in both second and third part. In the benefits, he says, GM food can fight for world hunger. GM food are better than crops grown from conventional seeds. GM food have been with us for hundreds of years. GM food can fight malnutrition. GM food are good for the environment. GM foods can help medicine. And last, GM food are safe. Again, in the risk part, the topic sentence of each paragraph are concisely brief. GM food are for profit. GM food are unregulated. GM funds escape food trails and find a way into natural environment. GM food can harm the environment. Resistant development is another major issue. GM plants have possible effects on animal life. GM foods can be detrimental to human health. GM foods are not better. With all these short and concise topic sentences, readers can breeze through the benefits and the risks of each controversial issue effortlessly. Finally, the author elaborates the way to go. In conclusion, the author doesn't provide us with a definite answer to the problem. Instead, he says, risks with benefit of GM food is not an easy essay to settle. Scientists, health authorities, and the industry should act responsibly. This essay is an exposition. Now let's get insight into it. Expository writing is a type of writing where the writer tries to explain, inform, or even describe. The purpose for expository writing is to explain, analyze information by presenting an idea, relevant evidence, and appropriate discussion. In narrative context, exposition provides background information to teach or entertain. In other nonfiction contexts, the purpose is to teach and inform. As what we can see in this article, the writer makes an attempt to inform his reader of the benefits and risks of GM food. Basic methods of developing an exposition include definition, as what we have in paragraph 1. And we can find sequence and order in paragraph 3 when the development of GM food is introduced. Cause and effect are applied when the author explores the benefit and risks of GM food. Today, our focus is on exemplification. In an exposition, Example is a method of paragraph or essay development by which a writer clarifies, explains, or justifies a point through a narrative, informative details. Like what I've said previously, the author applies short and brief sentence to serve as the topic sentence of each paragraph in the second and third part to make the point concisely clear. That's not enough. The author illustrates this controversial issue with examples because he knows the best way to reveal a problem, phenomenon, or social substance is to illustrate with a single specific instance. The readers won't read if they suspect the writer is usually careless in his thinking, or if they think he's trying to deceive them. So the author tries to show his readers something truthful about the issue. Examples are adopted here to transform the abstract ideas into concrete facts, because examples are the best device to explain, clarify, or justify a point. We can find countless examples in the text, to name a few. In paragraph 8, to set an example. In paragraph 9, the damage to the environment that insecticides such as DDT bring about is well known. In addition, many celebrities are openly anti-GM, thus setting role model for the public. Among the most well-known and outspoken GM skeptics is Charles, England's Princess of Wales, in paragraph 13. They cite multinational giant Monsanto in paragraph 14. There are concerns, for example, in paragraph 17. In China, for example, in paragraph 18. Other studies point to possible effect on animal life, such as in paragraph 19. And the most well-known incidents was in paragraph 19. Consequently, with all these brilliant examples, the author creates an amazing impact which helps the reader develop better understanding of this controversial issue. Besides, for instance, we learn some useful expressions in making examples. You can say, history or life is filled with examples. A good case in point is, another good illustration is, to take a random example. A case in point is, another case in point is. A good case in point is, the same case with. It is also true of. Take a case for exemplification, one which of the commonest occurrence. Everything serves to exemplify, to illustrate. Now you could tell briefly about the risks of GM food with expressions of examples I've just shown you. It may go like this. Life is filled with examples of the risks of GM food. To take a random example, GM food are unregulated. A good case in point is GM plants escape field trials and find their way into natural environment. It is also true of their harm to environment. It's the same case with human health. A good illustration is they are for profit and nothing else. Take a case of rice for exemplification, one which is the most commonest occurrence in China with an urgent need for increasing food production. Just suppose what it would be like if a GM rice that has not been approved for human consumption finds its way into our supermarket. Everything serves to exemplify, to illustrate GM food are poison. So that's the way of presenting examples. So I just wound up here. Thank you.